Hi, boys and girls in third grade math. We're talking about area and perimeter. Very fun subject. What did area say to perimeter when they argued? I feel like you're just going around my problem. Ha ha ha. Well, you have been learning about area recently, and you've been learning that you just count up the square units, and area tells you how much space the figure takes up in square units. But now we're going to think about what is perimeter. What is perimeter? Perimeter is the distance around the figure. So a way you can think of perimeter is if you were hired to put up a fence, you would measure the perimeter, not the area. Perimeter is like measuring for a fence, the edges, whereas area is like measuring for a rug. Okay? So area is length times width. Perimeter is when you add up all the sides. Let's do an example here. These cubes, let's pretend, are 1 centimeter cubes. That means each side is 1 centimeter. What would the area of this figure be? You've been doing this kind of work in your book. What would the perimeter of this figure be? For perimeter, we're simply going to add up the sides. Add the sides, 1 plus 1 plus 1, and so on. Does the area and the perimeter come out to be the same answer? Here are the answers. What is the area? 3 centimeters squared. What is the perimeter? 8 centimeters. So when you count around the sides, the pink lines, you get 8 centimeters. So are they the same? No, they are not the same. Now let's try this one. On your paper, think about if you were hired to build a fence around this figure, what would the perimeter be? You might work it out like this. Or you might think about it a different way. But you can't skip any of those sides. You must add every single side to get the correct perimeter. Did you get 32 centimeters? Good job. How would you measure the perimeter of this figure? How would you use a ruler? Well, get 20 centimeters, about 20 centimeters of yarn or string and your ruler. And what are you going to do with that string? Do you have an idea? That's right. You are going to place it around. Try to do much better than I did. Put it around the edges of the figure as best you can. Pinch the part where you think it ends, and then lay that along your ruler using centimeters and see what you get in centimeters for what the perimeter measures on the string. Warning, really important in your book that you're careful. Look carefully at the directions. Is it asking for area or perimeter? If it's asking for area, you take length times width. They're not going to give you squares anymore because they want you to take length times width. Those are the two things that you multiply. For perimeter questions, you simply add all the sides. Don't skip any sides. Be careful. Again, I can't say it enough because some of your pages ask for area and some ask for perimeter and some ask for both. All right, so you probably figured it out that the area of this figure would be 36 centimeters squared. And don't forget the little number 2 for area. That shows that you multiplied two things, length times width. And for perimeter, you don't put that because you're not multiplying for perimeter. You're adding all the sides.